All right, welcome. Welcome. Hi, Monica. Hi, Connie. Good to see you. Hi, Wendy.
I
Christine. Hi, good to see you, Wendy. Good to hear
I
you.
am going to have to leave early, but I wanted to be here for the half hour I could be here.
Okay, great. Well, we'll try to
Okay.
get going pretty soon so you can
Okay.
get the flavor of this.
Just ignore me when I disappear.
Okay, thanks, Wendy. Hi, Hamish and Fifth. Good to see you. Hi, Carol, Christine, Harriet, Carol, other Carol. Here comes Byron and Becca. So yeah, as people are gathering here, a few more are joining now. So make sure you have a comfortable seat for meditation. And you might want to have something to take notes on. We'll do some interesting practices here, accessing our inner senses. And let's give people one more minute. And excuse my voice tonight. It's a little froggy. I've been working with a very sore throat. But have some tea. But if it goes quiet for a while, enjoy the silence. Okay. So we can do some silent meditation if my voice decides it's not happy. But I think we'll be okay. All right, looks like a couple more people are coming along. So, welcome Cindy, welcome Becca and Byron. And so let's get started. Thank you to Humanities team for hosting us as always. Thank you to Garth for handling the controls and the recording. And welcome to this Raising Our Vibration meditation practice group. Tonight it's just me guiding. Stephen is attending a meeting, and so it'll be just me guiding. And we'll be continuing with Awakening the Mind by Anna Wise. So many wonderful practices in this book. We're still in, let's see. Oh, okay. We just moved to chapter 2, but there's tons of exercises in this chapter as well. Tonight, we're going to do practices, if you have the book, on page 56 and 57. One is determining your access sense, and then the other is doing a centralization exercise that's about being inside the sensory world, so in your body, experiencing on the outside, or being outside, watching yourself in an experience. Okay. And so we'll feel the difference in those. So, access sense. So, let me just read a little bit from, oh, here comes Michelle. Good. Let me read a little from page 57 about access sense. Here's what Anna has to say. We have what we call an access sense, the sense that is usually the strongest and appears first, heralding the arrival of the other senses. So it's not that you just have one sense and don't have the ability to bring in the others, but usually all of us have one or two senses that are easier for us to access. And it doesn't matter what those are. There's no priority level. They're all good. Um, in other words, if I were to ask you to hear a church bell ring, are you doing that? Okay. Would you hear the sound first, or would you automatically see the image of a bell or the image of a church first and then hear the sound? Or maybe you wouldn't see anything or hear anything. Um, all of it's valid and fine. Similarly, if I told you to taste a large, ripe strawberry, would you automatically see the fruit first before you even tried to taste it? If so, then your access sense is visual. Often we use it without realizing it to activate the other senses in the imagery process. So many people have an auditory, kinesthetic, or tactile access sense instead of a visual one and don't realize it. So it can be helpful to start to tune in to what your access sense is, because you can really use that to create more vivid inner imagery. And why is that important? Because when we're trying to embody an experience or embody a quality such as compassion, it's helpful to know which sense we can use to start to build that embodiment. So maybe you have a picture of Mother Teresa in your mind, or Thich Nhat Hanh, or somebody who exemplifies compassion, and you see them first, and then you start to feel the quality of their presence. And that helps you to feel that in your body. Or maybe you feel it first. Maybe you feel into your heart and you just feel emotion first. Or maybe you hear them saying certain words. Like Thich Nhat Hanh, I can hear his voice so clearly, just how sweet and soft and precious his voice is. And that brings me right into that state. So your access sense can be really powerful. It can also be powerful in healing, in guided imagery healing that we've done in the past, and we'll do some more in this book. And then the inside outside practice, when you're inside an experience, that really helps you with embodying a quality. So something you want to bring more of into you, it helps to be in the body experiencing that from the inside out. And when you have something that's challenging for you, so say a challenging emotion, it's helpful for you to be outside looking at yourself having that emotion. Okay, so inside an experience is good for embodying something, bringing more of that into you. And when something is overwhelming to you, be it a thought or an emotion or any experience, if you can stand outside of that in a wider space and look at that, look at the thought, look at the emotion, or look at yourself having the experience, that can help you have some distance, some separation that gives you a sense of space and freedom and helps you let go and process. Okay? So that's the basic idea behind our two practices tonight. The first one we'll do is about accessing our access sense. So determining our access sense, or maybe there's a sequence of senses. And then we're going to use that access sense to imagine being in an experience from the inside out, and then to be the space around that experience and notice the qualities, the differences between those two. Carol says she's having a cough drop for me, so thank you. I'm going to embody her having that cough drop for me, and let's see. That's helpful. Yeah, thank you. All right. So let's go right into our meditation. So, as usual, find your comfortable meditation seat. Honey lemon, good. I like that. And rest your hands, palms cupped in your lap in that open, receptive posture. Let your hands rest down in your lap. Sit nicely upright. And just take a moment to tune in inside, and we'll go through our meditative setup first. So, first, just feeling inside, noticing what's happening in your inner world. So, notice anything you're carrying with you into this practice. So, any thoughts, any emotions, any sensations, just allow it all to be fine. Let it all be here. Don't have to change anything. Just allow it all to be as it is. And let yourself settle in your seat. and tune into the environment around you. And consider your environment a sacred space, a space that embraces you, a safe space. So see if you can feel that. What is it like to be in a safe space? Maybe your body relaxes a little bit more. And now consider your intention for your practice, for our practice. Why is this important to you? Why is it important to access your inner senses? And consider that your practice is not only for you, that the effect of your practice, our practice, extends to all of us here together in this group consciousness, this loving space of our group. Consider that your practice extends to all your loved ones, to everyone you interact with, and even more widely, to all beings, our whole planet, and throughout our collective consciousness, and all that is. You are an important part, an essential part of a greater whole. So consider dedicating your practice, our practice, to the well-being of all beings. That we all might tune in to our deeper selves, and gain skill with our inner senses to embody greater compassion, awareness. And now let's focus down into the soles of our feet. Really feel the sensation of contact of the soles of your feet on the ground. Allow your feet and toes to soften and relax, as if they're melting deep down into the earth. Feel the grounding presence of the earth flow up through your feet, up through your shins and calves, up through your knees and thighs, into your hips and pelvic bowl. And feel the whole weight of your body resting down in your pelvic bowl, resting down in your seat, resting down on the earth. Focus into your palms and fingers resting cupped in your lap. Allow your hands to soften and relax, as if they're melting down into your legs. As your hands relax, allow your arms and shoulders to relax down. releasing any tension in your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Imagine a string attached to the top of your head, drawing your spine gently upright, like a string of luminous pearls. Feel your spine gently stretched from your perineum and tailbone right up through the top of your head. Feel the tingling aliveness at the top of your head as you sit more upright. Tuck your chin just slightly to gently lengthen the back of your neck. Lightly close your lips and breathe in and out through your nose. Rest your tongue upon the roof of your mouth, with the tip of your tongue touching the gum line behind your upper front teeth. Soften and relax your tongue here. As you feel that relaxation, smile. A subtle smile of calm happiness, of appreciation and gratitude for this group, for your inner senses, and for the opportunity to connect more deeply with the essence of who you are. So allow this feeling of smiling to soften your eyes and your forehead. Feel a wave of relaxation from the top of your head down through your whole body. Feel your body as a whole from the inside. Soft, open, and relaxed. And in your inner space, we're going to explore your access sense or senses. So I want you to imagine a liquid or a drink that is very soothing to you. And it can be in any container you like, whatever you like to hold it in. And I want you to look at the color of that drink. Look at the color of the container. And just notice, is color something that comes to you easily? It may or it may not be. Do you see the shape of the container? It's fine if you do or you don't. As you put your nose over that drink and breathe in, do you smell that drink? Is there an aroma to it? Now I want you to pick up that container. Don't drink it yet, but just pick it up Do you notice your arm, the motion of your arm? Do you feel that? Is there a kinesthetic sense to picking that container up with that drink in it? Do you feel the weight of it? Just notice. Now, before you drink it, just set it down with a little bang on the table where you picked it up. And just notice, did you hear that? Did you see that? Did anything slosh out of the cup? If so, you can clean it up and just notice if you see that or you feel yourself cleaning it up, or maybe nothing sloshed out. Now pick up the cup again, and this time bring it up to your lips. And as it comes close to your lips, do you smell it? Do you imagine the taste first? Do you anticipate taste? No. Take a sip and notice the taste of it. Is it hot or cold? Do you feel the temperature of it? Notice the sensation as you swallow. You can take another sip if you'd like. Notice if there's any texture to it or feeling on your tongue or in your mouth. Whatever you sense or don't sense is just fine. Then take one more sip. Do you hear yourself taking that sip, swallowing? Or is the taste more prominent, the texture, the temperature, or the vision of yourself doing this? Now you can set the cup down in front of you. And did you notice the movement of your arm setting the cup down? Did you hear the container being set down? Did you see it? So, what did you learn about your inner senses from that? Were there any senses that were more prominent? Seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling, touching. Kinesthetic sense of moving the container. Just make note of that. What was first and most prominent for you? Now, I want you to feel the soothing quality of that drink in your body. How's that make you feel? What was the effect of drinking that drink? How did it affect your inner felt sense, your consciousness? And now let's move into our inside outside experience using the access sense to initiate it. So, whatever senses just felt most natural and prominent, you can use those first. So, I want you to imagine in a sensory way through any of your inner senses a very peaceful place, whatever that is for you. When you think of peaceful, soothing place, what comes to mind? And if you have a few, just choose one for this exercise. Then I want you to step into that scene. So you're experiencing it from the inside out. So it's happening all around you, and you're taking it in through all your senses. So use your first access senses first. So if it's vision, you can see yourself in the environment. Or maybe you hear certain sounds that are soothing and peaceful. Maybe there's fragrances in the air. Maybe there's a taste to the place. Just imagine yourself walking through that environment, taking it all in, allowing the environment to inform your inner senses with peace and comfort. So you're in the experience, you're in your body, and you're taking it in all around you. Hear it, see it, smell it, taste it, feel it. Whatever helps you the most. Are there sounds or music there or silence? Is there anything or anyone you want to bring into the environment to make it even more peaceful and soothing? And find a comfortable seat in this place and have a seat. So now you're really sinking into the environment, immersing in it, resting in it. So it's inside and all around you. And you really feel it. See it, smell it, taste it, hear it. So allow yourself to absorb the qualities of this environment. Really take it in into every cell. peace and comfort, soothing you deeply. You're allowing this environment to saturate your body. Just rest here. Let it infuse you completely. It's deep peace. The peace you long for is right here. Really feel it. Now, sink down and rest back so that you're now in the space behind your body. Feel the space behind and all around you. This space of awareness around you. And rest back into that vast open space of awareness. And see yourself in that environment from this space of awareness. So now you are the space of awareness behind and all around you, behind and all around this scene. And you are aware of yourself in this scene. And that this scene exists within this vast open space of awareness. And now expand out farther and farther, so you're getting farther and farther away from this place and you sitting in this place. The body you, the mind you, is still sitting in this peaceful place, but you, awareness, the greater you, is now expanding infinitely in all directions. So this little you is now in the center of this space, and you are vast, open, spacious. So notice this quality of spaciousness. Rest as this greater space all around this little scene. And this scene now gets smaller and smaller as you get wider and vaster. Now you're the space of the whole universe. And this little scene is an infinitesimal point. And you are this vast space, open and free, infinite consciousness that embraces all experiences, all places, all beings with great compassion. Compassion is natural to this vast space of awareness. It holds everything equally, unconditionally, lovingly. This vast space of awareness that you are the greater you. Feel this vast embrace of compassion, holding all beings, all places, all moments of experience within it. Notice the quality, felt sense of resting as this vast open space of awareness. Boundless, timeless, all embracing, compassionate, loving awareness. You might have a vision of this or a feeling, or you might hear the silence. There might be a fragrance or a taste to this vastness. It might seem like nothing at all. It allows and embraces all. Now begin to very slowly zoom back in, back through the universe, back toward the earth, back toward that special place, a place of peace. It's coming back into view, and you can see yourself sitting there, immersed in that space. Now zoom all the way in and feel your body as a whole from the inside in that peaceful place within the vastness. So you're feeling the vast open space and feeling the space of your body within that vast space, both together at once. You are an open space of experience in a vast open awareness. Both are true. Different modes of experience within and all around. Allow these seemingly different perspectives to merge. So you feel the open space of your body or resting in your body. And your body is an expression of this vast open space of awareness, inseparably one with it. You are part of the greater whole, connected to all of life, feeling a deep peace of connection and wholeness within and all around. And notice how you feel. Inside and outside together. Indivisible. A fluid boundary. All together at once. The wholeness of being. Here and now. The only moment there is. Notice how you feel. And record that feeling deeply inside and all around you. To use as a landmark for this wholeness, this integration, this felt sense of being. And very slowly begin to open your eyes and take in the space all around you together with the space inside as one space, present, aware, peaceful. Thank you for your practice. So take a few moments to just settle in that experience and make any notes if you'd like to. You might want to write down your access sense or senses or any description of poignant moments in that experience. And if anyone would like to share your experience, I welcome that. Connie's still doing the first part of the exercise.
I was really into my coffee in the first part of the exercise because I do it every morning. So it's such a it's just such an ingrained routine. But in this coffee, I still had half and half, which I've now cut out of my diet. So that was a treat. But I appreciate you doing this with not your throat feeling sore. You did never would have known. Did a great job. Good.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. It warmed my throat and soothed it. So.
And the other part of the exercise was really interesting because I have a place that I have been going to, visualizing going to for since I was a teenager. And it's a place that really exists. I actually found it on one of my travels then when I was an adult, and which is a whole nother thing. But So being there is such a lovely experience for me, but going out into the space, outside of myself, experiencing the space was new and different.
Ah,
And so I really enjoyed that. So it felt really good. So thank you, Kevin.
you're welcome. So Connie, did you imagine this place when you were younger? And then
Mm-hmm.
you found it when you were older?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really
I
interesting.
I imagined it. I had a teacher when I was in high school who actually taught us fundamentals of guided imagery and meditation, but I didn't know that's what it was at the time. But he had us shuttling to a space that felt really good to us. I created this space in my mind. And years later, on a family trip to the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore up in northern Wisconsin, we took a hike through the woods and we came out of the woods onto a beach. That was it. That was
Mm.
the the space I'd been envisioning all these years.
Ah,
Subsequently, Jason, who had the same teacher and had also created a mental space, also physically found his space a
ah,
couple years ago that
wow.
really existed.
That
So
is,
it's
that's,
really been interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Talk about connections beyond what we're consciously aware of. That's very cool. Thank you. And if you'd like to write your most prominent access sense in the chat, it'd be interesting to see which ones are audio for Michelle. Yes. Same for me. Audio and kinesthetic for me. Anyone else? Visual for Monica. Yes.
Visual for me.
Visual, Byron. Yes. Nice. Becca?
A lot of it.
Yeah. A lot of senses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Great. Yeah. And you don't have to have just one. You could be ambisensual.
Years ago, when I first started meditating, I think I was much more, I always thought of myself as a kinesthetic, as a feeler.
Mm-hmm.
But now, kind of the longer I've been doing it, the much more visual I've become.
Interesting.
So it's kind of, I'm more aware of it having shifted over the years.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually was kind of going between two different places in Costa Rica that we've been to before, and we will be going back to.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was really fun.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Sounds warm and very soothing at this moment.
Yeah. And it made me think of, gee, I wonder I couldn't smell anything, but it made me think, I wonder what the smell was like there. And it was fun to kind of play with that of what I could perceive and what I couldn't.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Becca. Let's see. Let's see. We have a visual kinesthetic from Connie and audio from Cindy. Carol says, visual, I can see movies in some part of my mind. I can even see these while driving. Oh, interesting. Careful with that. Let's see. Liz says the distinct feeling or essence, then visual. Fifth and Hamish, visual, fifth, auditory, Hamish. This was most amazing. Thank you so very much. Thank you for being here. We've been traveling in Mexico now, and in 2 weeks, Costa Rica. Nice. We have to go to sleep now. Yes. Too tired. Good night, and thank you all very much. Yes. Bye for now. Great to have you on. Carol Nicholson says kinesthetic. Liz is giving us all love. Thank you, Liz. And anyone else before we go? Anything you noticed? I noticed someone had a headset on. Anything you noticed with that?
That was me.
Okay.
I was showing Kenny here what it means to use the Muse headband. So
Ah,
yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah.
I-
So I was just showing the practice and just the process of putting it on, and yeah, I haven't had a look at that yet, but
Oh, okay.
see my senses. But I was the audio was quite prominent for me.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that exercise. So doing that, because it really brought that to my attention. Does anyone else have more than one sense? And is it or do you have, do they go in and out, or like, do you always have more than one sense if anyone has more than one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
find I definitely have more than one.
Yeah.
And audio is most prominent for me, but then felt sense in my body. So
Yeah.
kinesthetic, yeah. And then visual is something I've trained over the years, but it wasn't natural for me.
Ah,
Kind of
okay.
like maybe like Byron. Yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Thank-
Let's see. Janet says audio and really all senses. Yeah. Carol, more than one and variable. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So there's no right or wrong to this. It's really to learn what works well for you so you can tune into that and use that as a bridge into a fuller, deeper experience, whether you're meditating or you're imagining. Say you have a decision to make and you want to know, what would it be like to make this decision? And you kind of put yourself into that scene and you use your senses to flesh it out and live in that and see what that might be like. So there's a lot of really useful things that you can use your access senses for. And yeah, so it's a great experiment. All right. Anyone else before we go? All right. Well, I want to thank you all for being here, as always. Such a joy to be with all of you. I'm glad my voice held up. And I think the energy of the group helped that. And Carol's honey lemon lozenge that she sent to me. So thank you. All right. Well, have a wonderful week. We will continue in chapter 2 next week with 2 more centralization practices where we're really going to go into all the senses and use them in a number of different environments, a number of different scenes. And Stephen will be back next week, so we'll tag team that together. All right. So much love to you all. Have a wonderful week and love and blessings. Bye for now.